Hello there, my name's Bob Steer and I'm the Head of Innovation at Severn Trent. What I've been asked to talk about is what are the drivers of innovation for a water company. So before I get into that, let's just have a think about what our purpose is as a company, and ours is to serve our communities and build a lasting water legacy. And so what does that mean? That means providing water that's good to drink, it means providing water that's always there when you need it, safely taking your wastewater away, providing great customer service of course at an affordable price. Fundamentally, that's what we're here to do. So I'm going to talk about drivers of innovation, and we call those our innovation needs, and we break them into three categories. The really long-term needs, based on scenario planning. The mid-term needs, if you like, mainly based around the big trends that are happening out there. And then there's the short-term needs, the things that we just need to solve in our business today. And we've locked them all together in an innovation needs document, which you've got a link to at the bottom of this video. But before we get into that in too much detail, let's just have a think about water. I just want to think about some of the fundamental properties of water, which is the core of our business, of course. So firstly, water is really heavy. So it goes without saying that you don't want to be pumping any water around if you don't need to. You don't want to be using any more water than you need to. Secondly, water mixes really well with things. So that's great news for us because it's provided for years a great way of transferring our waste around in our sewerage network. But the not so good elements of that are that it also mixes very well with pharmaceuticals, things like that we need to be able to get out again. And the third thing is it's a great holder of energy, whether that be heat energy or chemical energy. And that's something that we might want to look to exploit. So let's have a look at those three types of needs in more detail. The first type, the ones I call the long-term scenario-based needs. Like many companies, we've done some scenario planning where we've looked out at the very long term, out at the 2050 type time horizon, and built some plausible worlds that we need to, if you like, measure our company strategy against, to stress test them. And in those worlds of uncertainty, there are things like population growth, climate change that we're all familiar with, urbanisation, all those things, energy prices, what's going to happen with that, things that are very uncertain but very important to us. And the sorts of needs that come out of that sort of analysis that have gone into our needs document are things like, how do you become a net exporter of energy? How do you turn all your wastes into products? How do you use half as much water per capita? They're the sort of things that have gone into our needs document. So the sorts of things that might lead us towards doing is looking at ways of, what are different products that we might want to put into the market. So lastly, the short-term needs. Now, any business, and water companies are no different, will have some things that they're performing very well on and some things they're not performing so well on. And so I think within our needs document at the moment, we've got some stuff in there around how to be brilliant at some water quality aspects. And I think any person or supply chain organisation looking to interact with a water company would do well to really understand what those short-term needs are. So there you go. So we've wrapped that all together in what we call our innovation needs document. We've published that, and you can see a link to that at the bottom of this video. So if you've got any great ideas for how to solve some of those needs, please follow the link and get in touch with us. Thank you.